Welcome to Horsepower Hour here on Hillsdale TV. I'm your host, Zack Hiser, and today we'll bring you all the action from the Great Lakes Super Sprint Series at the I-96 Speedway. We'll head to the 3/8 High Banked Oval coming up after this, right here on Horsepower Hour on Hillsdale TV.
Nash Drugs in Hillsdale and Jonesville is your independently owned and operated Health Mart pharmacy. We have a lot to offer, including medication synchronization, immunizations, blister packaging, prescription compounding, and delivery. Or come see us at our Market House location, where we offer convenient drive-through services. Also for our customers, we have utility payment services and a photo maker center at our Hillsdale and Jonesville location. Stop in and shop our Hallmark Gold Crown selection of cards for every occasion. Nash Drugs, caring for you and about you.
Jared, we're back here at the I-96 Speedway, somewhere that you've already claimed a victory, and a lot going on for you right now. You've got a pretty comfortable lead in the Great Lakes Super Sprint Series.
Yeah, I guess it's great to be back here. We've made plenty of good laps and good, comfortable lead in the points, and I mean, we'll keep chugging along, and we've been having some good luck, so that's been on our side and always good.
We caught a lot of rain here this morning, and I heard you saying that you're first in the qualifying group to go out here tonight. What do you guys have to do to be fast for qualifying, but also be fast later on tonight?
Well, we're basically going to go with the normal setup I always start every night, and just kind of follow the racetrack and try to keep up with it. I know they scraped the top off of it to get rid of some of the sloppy mud, but hopefully the thing doesn't dry out a lot, and we can put on a good show.
What do you do to put yourself back in victory lane here tonight and get even bigger points lead as you head out of here?
The biggest thing is communication with the team and just following the racetrack and being smooth and hitting our marks and making good laps.
There you go. That's Jared Hortzman, your current points leader in the Great Lakes Super Sprints here tonight at the I-96 Speedway. Jace, it's been kind of an up and down season for you. It started off pretty rough with the issues in the family, but you've come back and you're running second in the points. Just talk about how this season's gone for you so far.
Well, just like most seasons go, the first part of the season you're trying to shake the cars down, figure out what you got, figure out what everybody else has got, and actually this year we've started off stronger than we ever had the past two seasons, and we've ran pretty consistent the past couple weeks. Second 2 weeks ago at Crystal, and I think we ran like 5th at Tri-City, so we're right there. We just need a little bit more, and we'll see what tonight brings us. So
you're defending the title for the Great Lakes Super Sprints, and Jared Hortzman's got a really good lead on you right now. 194 points is your deficit. What do you do tonight to maybe get in the winner's circle and start gaining ground on Jared?
Well, like you said, winning the winner's circle is a lot of, catching somebody in a championship standings. Once you get that, it seems like you get a win, and the momentum just keeps rolling and rolling. And that's how, Dustin had a pretty big lead on me last year, and we were able to catch him by winning 4 races, and it all started off with 1, so that's what we got to do this year. So we're just got to stay consistent and get that win.
So it's a little bit of deja vu for Chase Ridenauer as he comes in here tonight at the I-96 Speedway with the Great Lakes Super Sprints. Not so tight points battle, but Chase Ridenauer looking to turn things around. Qualifying would be first on the night for the Great Lakes Super Sprints And let me tell you, they set that up as a hot lap style qualifying session, and it makes for some intense qualifying for sure. Devin Doby set fast time for the Great Lakes Super Sprints during his group qualifying, turning in a lap of 14.364 seconds. That's an average of 93.98 miles per hour inside of that sprint car. Not to be outdone, however, Jared Hortzman would tighten the field up. He would run a lap of 14.493 seconds, going an average of 93.15 miles per hour. Defending Great Lakes Super Sprint Series champion Chase Ridenauer, he qualified 5th fastest Friday night at an average speed of 92.09 miles per hour. Chase Ridenauer there, he laid down a good time. That's an average of 92.09 miles per hour. Again, that's a 14.660 on the lap time. Local driver, Coldwater driver, Ryan Rule, he laid down a pretty good lap as well. He'd be inside the top 10 at a 14.8-second lap time, good enough for 91.21 miles per hour. So the qualifying is done. The fields are set for heat race action and action-packed heat races for sure. So we'll take a quick break, get that all lined up for you. And when we come back, we'll look at heat race action, dash for cash action, last chance qualifier, and of course, we'll have that A main event coming up for you here this afternoon on Horsepower Hour here on Hillsdale TV.
To most banks, everyone looks the same. Because they don't see you, all they see are numbers and statistics. That may not matter until you need a loan. But County National Bank sees you as an individual with value beyond what shows on a credit report. CNB is a local bank with local lenders using local appraisers who work harder to get you the loan you need. Everyone is not the same. We're local, just like you. CNB, banking that stays in the community.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Hello?
That's how some people do things.
Right away.
To us, everything we do is personal. Because anyone can answer the call. It's who shows up that matters most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
More Insurance Services in Hillsdale is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project. The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Nash Drugs in Hillsdale and Jonesville is your independently owned and operated Health Mart pharmacy. We offer prescription compounding, delivery, med synchronization, immunizations, Hallmark Gold Crown cards, and gifts for every occasion. Nash Drugs, caring for you and about you.
Welcome back to Horsepower Hour here on Hillsdale TV. Let's take care of a little business first. I'm your host, Zack Hiser, and we have a new Facebook page. Yes, that's right. If you're watching on Facebook, you could be watching through a variety of spectrums. You could either be watching through the Hillsdale TV Facebook page or the Horsepower Hour with Zack Hiser Facebook page, and we invite you to like and follow either one of those pages, and be sure to join the conversation. Let us know what you want to see out of this program, where you'd like us to go, what kind of events you want us to follow, and we'll do our best to let you know if we'll be able to get that done. We also have driver interviews planned for later on in the series. We also plan on talking to some track officials, some fans. We've got all sorts of stuff in the works here for Horsepower Hour on Hillsdale TV. You can also follow us on YouTube. Hillsdale TV is the name of the channel there on YouTube. We stream our videos live there as well. Let's get into it now. The Great Lakes Super Sprints versus the NRA Sprint Invaders. Heat race number 1 on the docket for the night at I-96 Speedway, and it turned out to be a good one, and it went quick. As we take a look at that now, on the front row was the Coldwater driver Ryan Rule, but inside of the second row was Dustin Daggett as they went 4 wide down the front straightaway. Had a little issue there coming off of turn number 2. Driver able to pull it back onto the speedway, and they will stay green flag racing. Good battling at the front with Ryan Rule at the point. He manages to drive away, but Dustin Daggett, trying to get around into that second spot, will work his way up to reel in that driver out of Coldwater. He has to defend, though, as Greg Dahlman shows a wing in there. Can't quite get it done as they come off at turn number 4. Good side-by-side racing for that second spot. Rule leads, Daggett runs in second. Greg Dahlman making his way up through the field into that third spot as we see them go into turn number 3. Track was heavy and wet, lots of rain at the I-96 Speedway last Friday night. Ryan Rule continued to set the pace as they went crossed flags. Kind of a scary moment there for Ryan Rule in that borrowed car as that started to smoke going around the track, but nonetheless, he continues to set the pace, but Dustin Daggett looks to the inside and shows him a wing and makes the attempt to get around Ryan Rule as they come off turn number 4, though. White flag would be in the air next time around, as that's the 2 laps to go signal. Now Dustin Daggett knows he's going to get on the loud pedal if he's going to pick up those passing points and get that heat race win as they head in to turns 3 and 4. Daggett with an attempt at a wicked slider pushes them all up to the top of the track during that white flag lap. Rule slams the door on him as they go into turns 1 and 2, and down the back straightaway, Ryan Rule opens up about a 5-car length lead over Dustin Daggett, and the driver out of Coldwater, Michigan picks up the Great Lakes Super Sprints heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 wouldn't go quite as smooth, and actually before we get to heat race number 2, you may have seen there on that last lap, one of the cars went all the way out to the half-mile marker there at the I-96 Speedway. That would be the white number 24 of Eric Smith with big front-end problems on that car. He would, again, go to the half-mile portion of the track with a broke front suspension. Heat race number 2 wouldn't go quite as smooth as heat race number 1. A few cautions plagued the way. There's the Eric Smith machine off of the back straightaway, and there's that broken front axle on that car as well. Tough way to start the night for Eric Smith. And there's your points leader, Jared Hortzman, on the top shelf, but look to the inside. There goes Chase Ridenauer around them all. Little contact there for that third spot with Jared Hortzman, knowing that he needs to get up there and continue to defend that points lead. That's actually Brett Mann in that number 19 that Ridenauer just got around for second spot. So it's Ridenauer, Mann, and Hortzman as they drag race down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Brett Mann drives it in way over his head going into turn number 3. That allows Hortzman to get right on the back door. As they go into turns 1 and 2, Hortzman works that bottom shelf and gets a good run to pull alongside Brett Mann and eventually take over that second spot as they come out of turn number 4. Chase Ridenauer still leads the way. Hortzman, though, is going to work to reel him in with Brett Mann running in second. Chase Ridenauer opened up about a 7-car length lead over that of Jared Hortzman, and that's all part of his plan to take over that Great Lakes Super Sprint Series points lead. But as they come off turn number 4, there would be trouble, which would slow the field. That allows Hortzman to get right on the back bumper as they go green again off of turn number 4. Good battle for the 4th spot as Brett Mann is defending his position. They will stay single file down the back straightaway. As they come off turn 4, Jared Hortzman now right on the back bumper of Chase Ridenauer. Looks to the inside there. Can't quite get the momentum that he thought he would be able to as Ridenauer works the middle of the track. Through turns 3 and 4, Ridenauer jumps the cushion just a little bit, but he's still able to drive away from Jared Hortzman in heat race number 2. Good battle heating up, though, as Hortzman tries to reel in Ridenauer down the back straightaway, but they'll come off turn 4 with the 2 to go signal for Chase Ridenauer. Hortzman can't quite get him reeled in You do see him working his way around the field. There's the white flag in the air, though, for your leader, Chase Ridenauer, as he comes off turn 4. And down the back straightaway, there he is, going to pick up that heat race number 2 for the Great Lakes Super Sprint. How about that? 2 heat races and a lot of racing action there on the I-96 Speedway. Heat race number 3 would be the roughest heat race that we'd see on the night. That was a race that was completely caution plagued in Great Lakes Super Sprint Series heat race number 3. Let's take a look at that. If we on the inside there, he's going to have a heck of a night. That's coming up later on. But it's Brad Lamberson on the outside in that black number 25. He's going to shoot to the front of the field off of turn number 2, and he never looks back as he roars to the front of the field. Good battle going there for second spot. That's going to end quickly as trouble out of turn number 4, contact and broken front suspension there out of turn number 4. Going to lead to the early end of the night for a couple of cars in that heat race. So they'll stack him back up and try it again. Brad Lamberson on the outside of that front row. He continues to set the field. They work their way through turns 1 and 2. Very close racing. That 20 car is going to have a rough night later in the show as well. You're going to want to stay tuned as it's a very racy program here on Horsepower Hour. Wicked slider attempt for that second spot. Can't quite get it done there. And that's going to be the way that it'll stay with that 10 car. That's piloted by Craig Karazim. Karazim had the second spot. Then going into turn number 3, a wicked slider comes in from Phil Griezmann, who will take over the second spot coming out of turn number 2, and down the back straightaway they stay single file as they work their way into turns 3, 4. Meanwhile, leading, you just saw him flash by the screen there, that's Brad Lamberson. He opens up quite a gap on the field in that Melling Performance Engines number 27. Brad Lamberson usually runs with the 410 division of the Sprints on Dirt or the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Decided to break the 360 out and come and play with the fellas with the Great Lakes Super Sprint. Pretty decent racing, everybody minding their own business until right there out of turn number 4. Solo spin brings out the yellow, and that'll bunch them all back up. So we'll do a single file restart off of turn number 4. Lamberson continues to set the pace, but he's got company with Phil Griezmann right there on the back door. Andy Tunison with a nice ride on the inside to get around Craig Karazim, and he tries to make his way around Phil Griezmann. Can't quite get it done off of turn number 4. Still a good 3-car battle for that second spot. Tunison now right on the bottom, pushes up on the cushion, and will keep the third spot as Griezmann maintains second position. Close racing there at the white flag. Wheel to wheel, wing to wing, wicked sliders being thrown all over the place, but nonetheless, right there at the end, checkered flag would fall on Brad Lamberson, who would pick up the Great Lakes Super Sprint heat race number 3. That sets the field. B mains, dash for cashes, and the A main, they're all set now after those 3 heat races. We'll take a break and dive in to what is coming up, which is the Dash for Cash, and that's one of the fastest events on the evening. When we come back, we'll get into that and the B main. It's all coming up on Horsepower Hour here on Hillsdale TV.
County National Bank is proud to serve the communities of Hillsdale County, providing financial products and services in 5 branches and a number of ATMs. Since 1934, CNB has been committed to superior customer service, technological innovation, and a tradition of community banking. CNB is celebrating 83 years of being in Hillsdale County. Over the years, we've developed special relationships with our customers, local businesses, organizations, and the community. County National Bank, banking that stays in the community.
Nash Drugs in Hillsdale and Jonesville is your independently owned and operated Health Mart pharmacy. We have a lot to offer, including medication synchronization, immunizations, blister packaging, prescription compounding, and delivery. Or come see us at our Market House location, where we offer convenient drive-through services. Also for our customers, we have utility payment services and a photo maker center at our Hillsdale and Jonesville location. Stop in and shop our Hallmark Gold Crown selection of cards for every occasion. Nash Drugs, caring for you and about you.
To Horsepower Hour here on Hillsdale TV while it remains Hillsdale TV. If you follow us on social media, you may have already seen that we've got some changes in the works, and I'm trying to find it here because I'm not even used to the new name yet. But we are changing the name of Hillsdale TV to better represent what we hope to cover for the community, and not just the community, but as we continue to branch out, a name that will better represent the company as we move forward with different shows, including Horsepower Hour and the community programs that we will bring. The new name of Hillsdale TV, which will be coming to you later on in the fall. Scott has completely gone off of my computer, so I don't remember what we were calling that. Hometown Media Network. See, if it wasn't for producers, what would us talent really do? So Hometown Media Network. And that's what we'll be making the change to coming in the fall on all of our social media platforms, including HillsdaleTV.com. So just watch the Facebook and watch the website for more information on that as it becomes available. And speaking of Facebook, be sure to join the conversation with this live video either on Hillsdale TV or Horsepower Hour with Zack Hiser. That Facebook page is available there as well. You can go ahead and comment on there what you're thinking as the show goes on. You know, try to be nice, but you know, whatever you've got to say, go ahead and let us know about it right here on Horsepower Hour on Hillsdale TV. Dash for Cash would be next on the docket for the Great Lakes Super Sprint, and it's pretty simple. It's an 8-lap shootout. Top 3 from each heat race get thrown in to a quick race, and it's
the noise here for the Sprint Dash.
Each heat race right there on the front row. Your points leader, Jared Hortzman, and he would work to get away from those other cars in a quick hurry. Phil Griezmann runs in second, Ryan Roll third, Dustin Daggett fourth, and defending champion Chase Ridenauer rides in that 5th spot. Hortzman would eventually walk away, so the battle's going to be right there for 3rd through 5th spot with Ridenauer right in the middle of Rule and Dustin Daggett. Ridenauer works the bottom, Ryan Rule right up on the cushion trying to get some momentum. Meanwhile, at the front, Jared Hortzman continues to set the pace in that 17 machine. Brad Lambertson would round out the field at the tail of the Dash for Cash. White flag is in the air. Jared Hortzman, as you see, opens up about a straightaway lead over 2nd spot of Phil Griezmann, and he would make a smooth final lap down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Nice and easy does it. Jared Hortzman picks up the Dash for Cash victory out of turn number 4. They're not done yet. They've got to continue setting the field, and that's where the Great Lakes Super Sprint's B main comes into play. There you see Lyndon Jones, a familiar face with the Great Lakes Super Sprint. He's running in that 3rd position, and they are all trying to get into that final transfer spot into the main event. Don't make it through here, you go home. And just like that, a yellow flag out on the B main as there was trouble on the back straightaway. A couple of cars get together, one over the embankment and the other spun to the infield.
By Dunlap and Carl down this field.
So they'll stack them back up and try it again. Can't start until the chalk line out of turn 4. There's the green flag back in the air, and it's double file racing wheel to wheel and wing to wing as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. Good battle for second spot. Lyndon Jones tries to work the outside, and he's going to get pushed up right over the edge, barely makes it without getting into that outside retaining wall for that. That was the battle for the lead, as a matter of fact. Lyndon Jones, though, sits back in second spot, knowing that he has made that. There's your leader. That's the number 19J, or make that the number 19S of Jay Steinball, but trouble in turns 1 and 2 for the number 89. He would go around. That would be minimal to the damage that that 17 machine would suffer, and unfortunately we don't have a driver name with that, but he would take a quick little tumble there in turns 1 and 2. Just a soft little rollover for him, nothing major there. So Jay Steinbach back in the air. Steinball leads the way. Lyndon Jones in the second spot as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. Top 4 make the show. Everybody else loads up and heads for the house. Come off turn number 4, pretty much single file racing through this B main. Jay Steinball leading the way in that number 19. He would continue to set the pace throughout the remainder of that event as he works his way through lap traffic. A couple of drivers having a rough night. That includes DJ Lamance. That car was ill handling and ill running throughout the entire day at the Speedway. But there's the white flag. One more lap to go in the B main for the Great Lakes Super Sprints. Jay Steinball just has to go down the back straightaway and keep a smooth pace. He was the one that we saw go off the top of turn number 2 in heat race number 1, but smooth sailing through the B main, he'll pick up that crucial checkered flag, and he'll make his way in to the A main event. That's pretty much going to set the field, and it's going to be a doozy. 20 cars, 25 laps, 3/8 of a mile, and we'll see some stuff that we haven't seen all season, whether it be the In the Dirt series or the Horsepower Hour series. Some big wrecks, some big speed, and it created a late night live, but that's why we cut it all together for you right here on Horsepower Hour on Hillsdale TV. We'll be right back and we'll get into it. The feature event is coming up next here on Horsepower Hour.
In this moment, what matters most is the quality of your independent agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
More Insurance Service is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
County National Bank opened in Hillsdale in 1934, and we made a decision to invest in our community. Presently, the bank operates 12 full-service offices and 17 ATMs in 4 counties in South Central Michigan. Since 1971, our Trust and Investment Department has helped to serve our customers to the fullest. The foundation of the success of each and every office is the same now as it was in 1934. Honesty, integrity, and total customer service. County National Bank, banking that stays in the community.
Nash Drugs in Hillsdale and Jonesville is your independently owned and operated Health Mart pharmacy. We offer prescription compounding, delivery, med synchronization, immunizations, Hallmark Gold Crown cards, and gifts for every occasion. Nash Drugs, caring for you and about you.
Here on Hillsdale TV, and it's time for the main event of the evening, the Great Lakes Super Sprint feature event. Let's check that starting lineup now, and I have to cheat because I don't have it completely memorized, but at the back of the pack, the final row will be DJ Lamance and Mike Dunlap starting shotgun on the field. Then it is going to be Chris Pro Baines, Lyndon Jones, Jay Steinbaugh, Matt Foes, it looks like, Joe Geib, Robert Huskin, and then as we get into the top 10, it's Devin Doby, Andy Tunison, Brett Mann, Greg Dahlman, Brad Lambertson, Dustin Daggett, Chase Ridenauer, Ryan Rule are row number 2, and on that front row is Phil Griezmann and Jared Hortzman. So let's get into it. The feature anything they got near them for this feature event getting set to take place. 20 cars getting set to do battle for 25 laps. And it's going to take some doing to get it started as they work their way into turns 3 and 4. They'll bunch them up, wing to wing, wheel to wheel, and bumper to bumper, looking for that green flag out of turn number 4. It's Hortzman and Griezmann as they'll get the one to go signal this time by, double them up. And I can tell you that track held together very nicely while we were there on Friday. The crew did a great job to get that track worked in, as again you can kind of see Lake I-96 there in the bottom of turn number 1. They got all sorts of rain last Friday at the I-96 Speedway, but again they got it worked in. Track wasn't too rough and actually ended up being a very fast track. At the field as they work their way down the back straightaway, 25 laps is the distance. Winner takes the glory. It's Hortzman and Griezmann on the front row. Rule and Ridenauer row 2. Daggett and Lambertson make up row number 3 as they come off turn number 4 for the green flag. Down into turn number 1, Hortzman puts the big slider to shut the door. On the second spot, Griezmann. There's Greg Dahlman battling it out with Dustin Daggett. As they come out of turn number 4, just like that, red flag on the speedway, trouble back straightaway as one car goes up and over. A quick little flip there is going to end the night for Matt Fuhr, I believe is how you say that. I can't quite read the last name there. But that number 20I car goes up and over down the back straightaway. Looks to be a single car incident that will end his night early out of the Great Lakes Super Sprint NRA Invaders event at the I-96 Speedway. Now you'll notice as we get set to restart them here that Hortzman and Griezmann are back one row. They got docked for jumping the initial start, so put Rule and Ridenauer on the front row as they go back to green flag racing off of turn number 4. And they'll spread them out just like they did in the heat races. 3 and 4 wide racing throughout the field. Doby making his way up through the field to the inside of Lambertson. And look out, turns 3 and 4. Just completely overdrove it getting into the corner. That was Phil Griezmann, and he just drove right into the side of Chase Ridenauer and spun that car around and slid off of the top side of turns 3 and 4. That would end his night quite early for Phil Griezmann. Not sure if something broke on that car or if he just completely overdrove getting into turns 3 and 4. So for the third time, they'll double them up and try it again as they work their way into turns 3 and 4. Again, it's Rule and Chase Ridenauer on the front row. They come off turn 4 for the third time, a complete restart. Green flag is back in the air, and everybody plays it a little bit nicer, except for Jared Hortzman, who's going to go right to the top shelf and get right on the back door of Ridenauer as they come out of turn number 2. They stack up and continue down the back straightaway. Rule works the top shelf. Ridenauer in the middle. As they come off 4, Ridenauer continues to lead. A good battle for second there, and 3 and 4 wide racing all throughout the field. The battle continues to be for about third spot, and there's trouble getting into turn number 1. Red light is on, and ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen anything like this up close and personal. That's going to be the number 10 of Craig Karazim. He made contact, battling for about 9th spot, and he and the other car touched wheels, and that would send him up and over the catch fence at the I-96 Speedway. And there you see right away the safety personnel are right there at him, and right there he's already out of the car and walking around. Good to see Craig Karazim out of that car and able to walk away completely unscathed. You see the safety personnel there walking with him. and just checking to make sure that he's A-OK. And thank goodness for that second fence that keeps spectators back away from the racing surface. And you see it took a team of many to get that car out of the catch fence. It was actually lodged within the catch fence there at the I-96 Speedway. So with that, the red flag comes back out. A lengthy delay here at the I-96 Speedway, so we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get into it. It should be a little bit cleaner racing now, as the fourth time will be a charm. For the Great Lakes Super Sprints from the I-96 Speedway, you're watching Horsepower Hour here on Hillsdale TV.
To most banks, everyone looks the same. Because they don't see you, all they see are numbers and statistics. That may not matter until you need a loan. But County National Bank sees you as an individual with value beyond what shows on a credit report. CNB is a local bank with local lenders using local appraisers who work harder to get you the loan you need. Everyone is not the same. We're local, just like you. CNB, banking that stays in the community.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville. The Sunrise Shops are here to serve you. Stop in and try one of our signature coffee blends, or even try one of our 16-head fountain sodas. With convenient locations in Jonesville, Sunrise Shops are always right around the corner.
Welcome back to Horsepower Hour here on Hillsdale TV as the cleanup continues and is almost completed for the Craig Kersum incident, and it drew quite a lengthy break, and a lot of people come out from the grandstands as well, and you see right there's the damage to the catch fence. They would actually completely clear that area of seating there in the pit side because of that accident and that weakness to the catch fence. They couldn't allow any spectators to sit in that pit side of the grandstands. Hey, real quick, while we still are doing this, don't forget to join the conversation on Facebook as we get set to turn them loose once again out of turns 3 and 4. Ryan Rule still sets the pace. It's Chase Ridenauer second, Jared Hortzman third, Dustin Daggett fourth, and Brad Lambertson in the fifth spot as they come off turn number 4 for a green flag back in the air, and a rough start there for Dustin Daggett as he kicked that car completely sideways, but Ridenauer picking the front wheels up off the ground. He got good bite. There's a battle between Doby and Dahlman as they go side by side into turn number 3. Now Doby looks to take over Lambertson for the fifth spot as they come off turn 4. Dahlman now to the outside of Doby as he was working down the front straightaway. There's a side-by-side battle for Dustin Daggett, and Jared Hortzman moved Dustin Daggett into the third spot. Hortzman, though, not done as he works his way back around the outside off of turn number 4. Now Jared Hortzman back into the third spot, but Dustin Daggett gets another great run on the inside of turns 1 and 2 as they'll continue to go side by side. Into turns 3 and 4, Jared Hortzman will finally prevail with a good run off of turn number 4, and now he's right on the back door of Chase Ridenauer, who rides in the second spot. Daggett there slipping on the bottom. He's committed to try and making that work, but Hortzman able to open up quite a lengthy gap. There's a battle between Brad Lambertson and Greg Dahlman. That's for about 6th spot as Dahlman gets loose coming off of turn number 4. You see Doby there in the background as well. Dahlman to the inside. Brad Lambertson continues to work the top side of the speedway as they work their way into turn number 3. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, things would still be pretty calm as we see the rest of the Great Lakes Super Sprints field. Right there is your leader, Ryan Rule, as he comes off turn number 4, trying to work his way through lap traffic, trying to get around Lyndon Jones and company, but now he is going to have company as they go into turn number 3. He gets around those two cars handily. There you see in the background Chase Ridenauer and Jared Hortzman starting to work their way up on that 16B of Ryan Rule. They go down the back straightaway. Ryan Rule still by himself, working his way through lap traffic, but there's Chase Ridenauer closing the gap ever so quickly. And when they go into turn number 1 this time, Ryan Rule bobbles. That allows Ridenauer to get right on the back door coming off turn number 2. Ridenauer slips just a little bit, but it's a 3-car length gap. Make it a 1-car length gap as Ridenauer now dives to the inside of Ryan Rule off turn number 4. Rule keeps committed to the top shelf until he goes into turn number 1. Rule tries to go to the bottom. That allows Ridenauer to jump right to the outside and keep the momentum. They drag race down the back straightaway, and Ridenauer is going to take the lead from Ryan Rule as they come off turn number 4. But look right there, the orange car not to be outdone. 3 wide for the lead going into turn number 1, and Jared Hortzman takes second spot from Rule, then looks to the inside to take the lead from Chase Ridenauer. They go into turns 3 and 4. Hortzman put it on the bottom, couldn't make it stick, and he'll slide up behind your new leader, Chase Ridenauer, in that 11R. They try to blow the cushion off in turn number 1, looking for as much speed as they can find. Chase Ridenauer, Jared Hortzman 1 and 2, and trouble out of turn number 4 will slow things down again. DJ LeMance gets together with Phil Griezmann, and that's going to slow the field down once again here at the I-96 Speedway. So they'll reset them. Ridenauer, Hortzman, Rule, and Daggett as the green flag comes back out. Daggett gets a good jump on Rule, and he'll dive right to the bottom through turns 1 and 2. He makes it stick as they come off of turn number 2, but it looks like Rule gets back around him. They work their way through turns 3 and 4. It's a 2-car breakaway just like that. Halfway, cross flags for Chase Ridenauer and Jared Hortzman. Ridenauer opens up a pretty good gap there on Hortzman as he runs in second. Brett Mann runs third. The battle's for fourth between Rule and Daggett. Rule's going to keep the 4th spot, put Dustin Daggett back to the 5th position. He continues to work the bottom side. Rule continues to blow the top shelf. Then in 6th, Brad Lambertson. 7th belongs to Jay Steinbach as he hits the cushion and picks up the wheels. See Greg Dahlman back there riding inside the top 10 as Steinbach puts a slider on Brad Lambertson. He'll move up a position down the back straightaway. Good racing throughout the field with the Great Lakes Super Sprints here at the I-96 Speedway. 2 and 3 wide racing. You see Dobie getting a spot on Andy Tunison as they work their way down the front stretch. There goes Phil Griezmann trying to work his way back up through the field. Lyndon Jones in that J19, but now there's battling at the front for the lead. Jared Hortzman gets into Chase Ridenauer in turns 1 and 2, moves him out of the way, and you have a new leader coming off turn number 4. Put the 17 to the front. That's Jared Hortzman, your current points leader, overtaking Chase Ridenauer through turns 1 and 2, and now he will set sail in this feature event. Don't forget, we're already past the halfway point. Only a handful of laps to go for your leader, Jared Hortzman, as he continues to work his way through lap traffic, gets around the 31 of Andy Tunison as they go down the back straightaway. You see that front wing on that car is folded over a little bit. Wonder if that's going to affect the handling on that car with just 5 laps to go in the Great Lakes Super Sprint feature event. Lots of lap traffic to work through. Lyndon Jones and Dobie there as well. Greg Dahlman in that 49 machine, getting set to be lapped by your current leader, Jared Hortzman, as they work their way down the front stretch. Hortzman able to put that car pretty much wherever he wants. A little push through the center of the corners is halting his process through the field, but as you see, nobody really giving him a run for his money as far as the lead lap cars go. Hortzman sets the pace. Chase Ridenauer still runs in the 2nd spot, and he's not even in the same frame as they're all the way up to Brad Lambertson and Phil Griezmann as Jared Hortzman laps the field. 2 laps to go this time around for Jared Hortzman as he continues to set the pace. Phil Griezmann holds him up just a little bit, but Hortzman's okay with that. Again, that front wing folded over, maybe pushing that car just a little bit. but it's not going to matter as they come off 4. White flag, one more lap, 3/8 of a mile to go for Jared Hortzman in the Great Lakes Super Sprint Series. Got the top wing pushed back, getting all the power to the rear wheels. Front wings folded over, but he doesn't care as he comes off turn number 4. Dominating performance for your feature winner, Jared Hortzman in the 17. That's going to allow him to open up an even bigger points lead on the night with Chase Ridenauer. We had a chance to catch up with Hortzman, talk to him about how the race went after the feature and after everything. And actually, our credit goes to I-96 Speedway announcer, whose name is escaping me. So appreciate him conducting the interview for us, and we'll get to that coming up here on Horsepower Hour on Hillsdale TV.
Nash Drugs in Hillsdale and Jonesville is your independently owned and operated Health Mart pharmacy. We have a lot to offer, including medication synchronization, immunizations, blister packaging, prescription compounding, and delivery. Or come see us at our Market House location, where we offer convenient drive-through services. Also for our customers, we have utility payment services and a photo maker center at our Hillsdale and Jonesville location. Stop in and shop our Hallmark Gold Crown selection of cards for every occasion. Nash Drugs, caring for you and about you.
Horsepower Hour here on Hillsdale TV. I'm your host, Zack Hiser. Thanks so much for tuning in. First of all, I really appreciate it. Secondly, be sure to join the conversation on Facebook. Lots of things happening. You can like, follow, and be a part of Horsepower Hour with Zack Hiser. That's a Facebook page. You can also like, follow, and be a part of Hillsdale TV. You've got to be a part of one of those two things. Or you could be on YouTube if it is, to be seeing this. As those are the three main. The HillsdaleTV.com website is not being used at this moment for this television show, but you can catch the rerun of this program on HillsdaleTV.com, as well as many other programs, including football, volleyball, basketball, and community events, all available right there on HillsdaleTV.com. Want to send a shout out and a thanks out to Rebecca Stacy for sharing the heck out of this program today, tagging numerous people who she thinks would like the show. And Rebecca, we appreciate your support as you follow Horsepower Hour. Jared Hortzman picked up the feature win at the I-96 Speedway as part of the Great Lakes Super Sprints NRA Invader Sprints show last Friday night. We head down to Victory Lane now as we catch up with him, as he's going to go ahead and surf on the top wing down in Victory Lane. Let's head there now.
Well, folks, I'm down here in Victory Lane with tonight's feature winner, Jared Hortzman. Well, that was an eventful one. You could say that, I guess.
Yeah, it was. You know, I got called for the jump on the initial start and kind of put me behind the 8 ball. And then, you know, the long red, we made a couple tire pressure adjustments. And, you know, I just had to kind of wait till the car came in. I mean, it showed up late in the race and, you know, put the slider on Chase, and I mean, this thing it was a rocket ship late in the show.
Well, it looked like lap traffic was getting a little bit interesting for you. Was the car kind of fading away a little bit towards the end there?
You know, I don't know what the heck happened to this front wing. It kind of collapsed, and the car got a little snug late in the race, and I bumped the top wing back forward, and I mean, I just had to hold on to what I could.
Well, Jared, congratulations, your second checkered flag here at the I-96 Speedway. You continue your run at the points both with the NRA Sprint Invaders and with the Great Lakes Super Sprints. Why don't you take a second and thank the sponsors that make racing possible?
You know, well, of course, I got to thank my friends and family that come up and support us, and M&W Construction, K&L Ready Mix, Hume Supply, Girding Ditching, Ottoville Lumber Company, Miller Construction, Vorse Paving, you know, with Miller Precision. Without all these guys, I can't do it. Thank them all.
Ladies and gentlemen, your feature winner here tonight at the I-96 Speedway, Jared Horstman.
For the generations who have counted on us, and for the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
More insurance services in Hillsdale is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
There's a reason the professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They receive quality, service, and knowledge. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been serving our community with great products at competitive prices. Let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
Here on Hillsdale TV, you just saw Jared Horstman dominate the Great Lakes Super Sprint Series at the I-96 Speedway last Friday. So congratulations to Jared picking up another win at the I-96 Speedway. Also congratulations to Chase Ridenauer. He had a great run. Local driver out of Coldwater, Ryan Rule, put on a great show as well. And also thanks goes out to the Great Lakes Super Sprints promoter Barry, as well as I-96 Speedway owner Mike Moach, for allowing us to come in and record that show for our program. So again, thank you so much to them for allowing us to come in and do that. We've got lots of things planned for Horsepower Hour, not just circle track racing. Oh no, we've got truck pulls, we've got semi pulls, we've got mini tractor pulls, flagpole races, figure eight races, not just dirt either, pavement, dirt, you name it. And we're going to try and cover it for you this season here on Horsepower Hour on Hillsdale TV. We do want to kind of start doing some different segments with the program. We would like to get driver interviews, fan interviews, promoters, employees of the racetrack. We also want to do some fan-submitted stuff. So if you have maybe an accident video or a wicked slide job video or maybe a track fight or something that you think would be cool to be featured here on Horsepower Hour, go ahead and drop it in a personal message and send it on over, and we'll review it and see if it's something we think we can use in our program. And again, we'll give you the credit right here on Horsepower Hour on Hillsdale TV. Plenty of things happening locally if you're still looking for something to do on this Saturday night. Tracks in the area have lots of stuff going on. Let's take a look at the schedule for the Butler Motor Speedway. And going on tonight is the annual Josh Hadley Memorial and Kids Bike Giveaway. It's also mid-season championship night at the Butler Battlegrounds, so sure to be a good night on tap. It's a full 4-in-1 program with street stocks, sprint cars, modifieds, and front-wheel drives all on the docket for tonight. And again, with the Kids Bike Giveaway and Joshua Hadley Memorial event, as well as the mid-season championship. Great night to come on out to the Butler Motor Speedway and check out what's happening there. Big weekend up the road at the Springport Mid-Michigan Speedway. They've got a double header going on this weekend, and we'll actually be there filming tomorrow afternoon. But let's back up a second. They've got a great show scheduled for tonight. It's Fan Appreciation Night at Springport Mid-Michigan Speedway. $5 general admission. That's all it takes to get in tonight to see some great racing on the pavement side of things. That track's 3/8 of a mile as well, so great high-banked racing going to happen at the Springport Mid-Michigan Speedway. And then, as we said, tomorrow we'll be out there recording for next week's program, as they will have the Old Glory 75 taking place. Outlaw Super Late Models battling it out, as well as street stocks going for some ridiculous amount of money to win. It's going to be a dandy, and we're going to bring it to you next week right here on Horsepower Hour on Hillsdale TV. Let's check some things happening in the world of NASCAR as they get set to do battle tonight from the World Center of Racing, the Daytona International Speedway. And what a Cinderella story it is. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in his final season, his final full-time season in the NASCAR sanction. He sets fast time for the Coca-Cola 400, which will go off tonight. And teammate Chase Elliott qualifies second best. Brad Keselowski qualifies third. Then it's teammate Casey Kane. So that's 3 Hendrick cars in the top 5 as Kevin Harvick rounds out the top 5 in qualifying there. So look for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to try and pick up his first win of the 2017 season to lock himself into the chase in his final full season in NASCAR. Wouldn't it be something to win again at the Daytona International Speedway? Speaking of those points in NASCAR, Young Money, Kyle Larson continues to show the way after that win at Michigan. He still leads the points, but just 13 back is Martin Truex Jr., who again has the most stage wins of any driver so far this season. He's got 11 stage wins. The next closest person is Kyle Busch with 4 stage wins. So that shows you the dominance that Martin Truex Jr. has in the stage format. Kevin Harvick is third in points, Kyle Busch fourth, and Brad Keselowski rounds out your top 5 in points there in the NASCAR circuit. So again, recapping what's going on as far as races you can catch. Coca-Cola 400 tonight with the NASCAR sanction, and then it's the Joshua Hadley Memorial at the Butler Motor Speedway. That one gets underway. 7:30 is when the green flag drops, and you're going to want to get there early if you're coming on out because it's the kids' bike giveaway as well as mid-season championship night with that Josh Hadley Memorial. And finally, Springport Mid-Michigan Speedway is doing their fan appreciation night tonight. $5 is all it takes to get into the track there tonight. So if you're looking for something fun to do, there's a couple of speedways local that are doing some stuff. Tell you what, Scott, he's producing the program tonight. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll sign off. It's Horsepower Hour here on Hillsdale TV.
For the generations who have counted on us, and for the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
More insurance services in Hillsdale is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
County National Bank opened in Hillsdale in 1934, and we made a decision to invest in our community. Presently, the bank operates 12 full-service offices and 17 ATMs in 4 counties in South Central Michigan. Since 1971, our Trust and Investment Department has helped to serve our customers to the fullest. The foundation of the success of each and every office is the same now as it was in 1934. Honesty, integrity, and total customer service. County National Bank, banking that stays in the community.
Nash Drugs in Hillsdale and Jonesville is your independently owned and operated Health Mart pharmacy. We have a lot to offer, including medication synchronization, immunizations, blister packaging, prescription compounding, and delivery. Or come see us at our Market House location, where we offer convenient drive-through services. Also for our customers, we have utility payment services and a photo maker center at our Hillsdale and Jonesville location. Stop in and shop our Hallmark Gold Crown selection of cards for every occasion. Nash Drugs, caring for you and about you.
Welcome back to Horsepower Hour here on Hillsdale TV. I'm your host, Zack Hiser, and that's all the time we've got for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. A couple of people commenting on Facebook. Rebecca Stacy, again, thank you so much for sharing that and being a part of both of our broadcasts that we've had. Again, mark your calendars, Saturday afternoons, 1 o'clock right here, however you're watching this. We'll be there 1 o'clock, whether it be HillsdaleTV.com, whether it be Hillsdale TV Facebook, Horsepower Hour with Zack Hiser on Facebook, or Hillsdale TV on YouTube. Speaking of Facebook, I do want to shout out to Derek Beagle. Thank you for dropping that line. I-96 announcer is Trevor, so we appreciate him performing that interview with Jared Hortzman. And we also got a line from Robert Bullock, driver of the number 47 sprint car. He usually runs with the Sprints on Dirt series. He just wanted everybody to know that he'll be in action tonight as part of the Josh Hadley Memorial at the Butler Motor Speedway. So that's going to do it for this edition of Horsepower Hour. I'm your host, Zack Hiser, for our producer, Scott Pienta, and for everybody who helps bring this show to you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you right here next Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock, with action from the Springport Mid-Michigan Speedway. This is Horsepower Hour on Hillsdale TV.